What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One-Eyed Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead universe and the Daryl Dixon show. Spoiler warning, obviously, for the Daryl Dixon show. So there are some questions and answers going around for the show, and I think it's like 7 questions, and I'm not sure who the Dixon Vixen 217 is, but I believe they saw a trailer or early part of the trailer. But we did a breakdown of the leaked trailer that shows some images from the trailer, and it's pretty cool. It's a weird trailer. It's not like an actual video stuff. They have pictures and then some movement and then pictures, and it's just a weird thing. I think it's just a leaked concept of a trailer. But let's look into some questions from Dixon Vixen 217. So the Q&As, 7 total, are based on a trailer for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. It's about 5 minutes long. The song playing is called Non Je ne regrette rien, I don't know, by Edith, don't know. Translation, no regrets. All the slides are in order to approximate the timeline of events. Of course, this was an early version, so things could be changed before the trailer is officially released and the show airs. Question. Does Daryl know how he got to France and why France? Answer. In a voiceover at the beginning of the trailer, Daryl introduces himself with a brief explanation of where he's from and that he ran into trouble. He says if he doesn't make it back, he wants his family to know that he tried. Later, Daryl explains to Isabelle, a nun who plays a pivotal role, what happened to him in a bit more detail. Bad people left him to die. Tied to a dinghy in the ocean by random chance, he washed ashore in France. Instead, nobody else knows he survived or where he ended up. Why he washed up in France appears to be more of a question of fate or luck. And I really hope it's explained. It really needs to be explained and thoroughly explained. It could be like 10 minutes of dialogue or some scene that's 5 minutes long. It doesn't have to be much, but it needs to be thoroughly explained. But Daryl tied to a dinghy, is that what it is? I mean, a boat, and he washes up ashore. Okay, did the person know that, or did they see the watermarked images? Again, it's a lot of stuff. People see the images, they come up with a theory, and then they have answers to stuff that's there. I don't know. We have to be careful of this stuff because we don't know who this person is, if it's legit or not. But we see this lady, maybe named Isabelle, so we have another Isabelle in the Walking Dead universe. Question. Overall, how does the Daryl spinoff look with France as the backdrop? I'm sure it looks amazing. The locations and scenery are breathtaking. Quaint French villages, beautiful architecture, and majestic cliffs make for a stunning backdrop to Daryl's story. After he washes ashore, he seems to wander the countryside and abandoned towns. He stops at an abandoned shop and sees walkers, likely for the first time in France. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I'm sure the cinematography is going to be amazing because it's Europe and France. It should be awesome. But he's going to walk around and probably people aren't going to be there because it's so many years since the start of the zombie apocalypse. I don't know how many years since The Walking Dead ended, but I would assume that it's going to be barren and left for this. But I would assume somebody is going to take over or try to take over the area. Question. How does Daryl wind up in the convent? Daryl encounters walkers and a group of soldiers while wandering around on his own. He is injured in one of these fights. It's not clear which exactly. Isabelle finds him just before he passes out and takes him to the convent. They treat his wounds and Isabelle gives him a bath and cleans his clothes. So Daryl gets beat up and he's saved by a woman. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if he's captured by the convent or Isabelle or the nuns or whatever, but people love to take Daryl in. Daryl has been with so many different groups and so many different stories. When in doubt, give it to Daryl. When in doubt, capture Daryl. But so Daryl's going to go to a convent with nuns. All right, so that's going to be some of the story here. So it just sounds like it's by chance that he goes to France, not by design. He didn't go to France on purpose is the early word, but again, we have to see how it plays out. Another question here. Who are the nun and the kid we see with Daryl? Isabelle is a member of a religious order. The white veil indicates that she is in training, but has not taken vows to be a nun yet. Flashbacks from the start of the ZA show Isabelle took her sister to the convent for help because she was pregnant and likely in labor. Her sister died in childbirth, and she raised her nephew, Laurent. At the convent, the nuns believe Laurent is special and will lead the revival of humanity. As Daryl is recovering in the convent, Isabelle asks him for help, saying Laurent needs teaching to get ready. She needs help to get him to a place to accomplish that. She saw Daryl fight and knows that he is strong and capable of escorting them. And that's what we see here. You think this man is the one? So is she talking about, is Daryl the one to train Laurent? So I guess Laurent is a boy. I thought Laurent was a girl, but Laurent is a boy. I saw him fight. I saw how strong he is. So that checks out. Also a question, what is going on in the scene with Daryl and Isabelle by the fire? Answer, Daryl is telling Isabelle what happened to him. This appears to happen very early on. So if there was any kind of memory loss, it doesn't last very long. I hope you don't go the amnesia route. People love that. He doesn't remember who he is. He doesn't remember stuff. Amnesia. No, that's cheese. Daryl, you asked me how I got here. I left home looking for something. I figured there had to be something out there worth finding, and I ran into some bad people who put me on a boat. That didn't go well. I washed ashore here, and I ran into a nun. You can take me to that place, right? That place with the port? Isabelle, yes. Daryl, all right then. Alrighty then. I'll take you where you need to go. We see Daryl, Isabelle, Laurent, and Sylvie, apparently one of the other nuns, traveling together in different scenes in the show. So, okay, so the big thing is Daryl runs into some bad people that put him on a boat and then just wash him out to sea or get out of here. Huh? Is it the CRM? Are we going to get CRM connections? I hope so. It's all right. I mean, so Daryl meets this woman, and she's not a full nun yet, so there could be a chance for romance, I'm guessing, right? Are we going down that road? Daryl has another romantic thing that's not Carol or Connie that people want to see. We see Daryl talking with Laurent, which I guess it is a boy. So that's probably Daryl, Laurent, Isabelle, and Sylvie. So yeah, they're going to the convent, I'm guessing. Daryl is shown captured at one point. What's the story there? So again, Daryl's captured. Rinse and repeat. They love that story arc. Daryl, Isabelle, Laurent, and Sylvie, also traveling with them, appeared to get captured by a group of kids/teenagers. They are taken to their community. It also appears they make peace because they are shown around the community and talk about how the kids have survived. They have dinner with the group, and that Daryl is shown watching a movie with them, but it's hard to tell how much time they spend in the Lord of the Flies Paris edition. And if you don't know what Lord of the Flies is, definitely check out that book or Google it or whatever. It's a pretty, iconic story. Like, I think a lot of people have read that story growing up in the 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s. But Daryl is captured yet again. They love to capture Daryl, take him to another group and do this. And, that's what they love to do with this guy. And if you look closely at the photo, it's hard to tell, but I guess there's mostly kids here. But it's kind of like Peter Pan style. Lord of the Flies. Question, does Daryl encounter any bad guys/villains? Answer, there is a group of soldiers that Daryl encounters and fights at the convent. Les Garçons de Caudron, I don't know how to say that. The Warriors of Caudron, or Caudron's Warriors. He kills at least one of them. The leader of these soldiers finds him as a walker and is angry. A girl tells him it was an American who did it. Later they seem to continue to hunt/look for Daryl, and he leaves the convent. So Daryl is a badass, and you don't mess with Daryl. He takes out one of your guys, and you're pissed. So then they have to go after Daryl. And again, it's only 6 episodes, so a lot's happening pretty quickly in this story. So we'll have to see actually what this group is going after Daryl. Are they connected with CRM? Like, all they have to do is say, yeah, they're an offshoot branch of the CRM or something, right? I doubt they will. Are they going to go to the CDC? Like the post-credit scene in The World Beyond. Really hope there's a lot of connections there. Is this just a brand new tale, a brand new take on The Walking Dead European Vacation? But Raise the Dead is what we're guessing the title is going to be. Still no word on that yet. Still no trailer, a legit trailer from AMC, and no release date. But there you go, guys. That's the Q&A from Dixon Vixen 217. Sounds legit. Sounds like it could be happening here the way it's going to go down. But again, stuff can change. Potential spoilers, confirmed information. We'll have to see and find out. We have to actually get a legit trailer, real deal, photos, teaser, promos from The Walking Dead. Hopefully we get some pretty soon. I don't know what they're waiting on, waiting for Fear the Walking Dead and then Dead City, and then we'll get the stuff for the Daryl show. But thank you guys either way. We truly appreciate all the love and support. When we get information like this, we share it with you as quickly as possible. So make sure you're a subscriber if you love this type of stuff. And if you are a subscriber, I would uncheck the bell and recheck it so you're notified when we post our videos, which are pretty much daily. We miss a couple days here and there, but it's all right. Either way, stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yeah, we love